New World Order Decision Time with NATURENETSCHOOL. Pictures used in this document are not of characters described in messages below them. Kindly bear with me in case of any inconvenience. Relevant academic programs to invoke creative and innovative ideas. The concept of practical evaluation. When United States landed their Sojourner rover on planet Mars on July 4th, 1997, it was all accredited to young American scientists in their 30s. Bipolar transistors. For years, aspiring electronic engineers in Kenya were only introduced to simple circuits of bipolar transistors at university. By standards of electronics, bipolar transistors are very basic electronic devices that should be learned completely in secondary schools to pave way for knowledge about integrated circuits. By high school, students aspiring for electronic engineering should be conversant with transistor circuits as part of basic building blocks of integrated circuits in electronics. With slow adoption to new technology, it may take Kenya ages to acquire practical skills in electronics to match her counterparts in the developed worlds. Robotic modern world. Electronic technology have been advancing very fast as top nations compete in developing some of the most advanced and most complex devices in the digital age. Nations that slow down career specialization in their schools may remain consumers of new ideas in almost every field of knowledge. It may take an ambitious 18-year-old teenager in developing nations a whole lifetime to achieve what their Western age mates achieve at age 30 in technology. Very few youthful Kenyans may make appreciable breakthrough in electronic engineering comfortably by college level. Those who manage widely do so based on personal initiative through discovery approach in learning. Education programs can claim very little to do with their success stories in practical skills. As developed nations advanced into a world of nanomachines, their counterparts in developing worlds are still fumbling to introduce bipolar transistors to their first-year university students. Practical learning model. Bulk of written notes. Too much handwritten notes as a mode of learning to acquire knowledge should be re-evaluated in this digital era. Since life is lived practically, we should make learning programs more practical for modern children. It links what they learn with the reality of life as lived. In a digital world, children only require short notes during lesson delivery, but not bulks of handwritten notes, as has been the norm in many schools and colleges. Technology comes to simplify work for human, and schools should never be an exception. Total time used to copy notes in schools may exceed half the total time allocated for learning new concepts. Modern generation also despise bulk reading. They prefer digital programs and concepts. It is time to change with changing times. We are at a stage in time when acquisition of knowledge must be more activity-oriented and IT-centered. With technology around us, teachers may only summarize and type key course notes, issue hard or soft copies to learners, highlight vital concepts through practical demonstrations, supervise practical and research activities, respond to questions, test and evaluate children. Typed notes are more economical in terms of material used. Using typed notes in schools saves time too. Printed notes given to children may include specific objective of lesson content to be learnt, reference texts and pages from where to obtain information, applicable knowledge to be learnt, practical activities to be done by individuals and by groups, research projects to be developed. Use of printed notes and research projects in school will reduce time wastage. This will then promote work and job skills. Challenge children to extract challenging queries from printed notes for clarification, develop research questions, consult for clarifications. Challenge them to research, discuss, invent, ask questions, and do more practical activities on their own to be in line with principles of life as lived in reality. Research, testing, and evaluation.
When the experiment was placed on the sun, the black surface tube absorbed more heat than the white tube. Thus, the air inside the tube expanded, pushing the level of the liquid on the side of the white polished tube. This is because the black polished tube absorbed more heat than the white polished tube. When the experiment was placed on the shadow, the white polished. The white polished, is not lose more heat because it absorbs slowly. Thus, the heat did not lose faster than the black, which absorbed more heat and then it loses it faster in the atmosphere. Thus, the level in the tube, which this one contracted, the air moved to the liquid moved to the tube of the black surface. Then, when it was after a long period, when the experiment was made, the levels, these tubes, both of them lost the heat inside them to the atmosphere, thus bringing the levels of the liquid of
the other group.
Introduce more practical and research testing and evaluation. It will expand young minds and turn them into inventors. Every practical activity counts. All practical and research activities done in school should form part of their final exam results. This would make them take practical activities more seriously. Accumulated cramming.